Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley Monique, the host of Too Authentic Podcast, the podcast that's always keeping it real, raw, and too authentic. Each episode, we strive to be our best selves authentically while learning, healing, and growing together. Let's talk about it. What's up, besties? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so happy to have y'all. Y'all know today what it is. I'm just so happy to have y'all here, to have y'all back. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching, I really do appreciate y'all, besties. I love you. And if this is your first time here, welcome. You're officially a bestie. So get comfortable, sit back, relax, and mwah, 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 mwah. How y'all been? What's been going on? Tell me, because listen, I've been working, okay? This is the third show this week that I have been doing it, and I'm so proud of myself, y'all. So listen, your girl low key booked and busy, okay? But yeah, what's been going on with y'all? How's everything been? It's springtime. Y'all thawing out a little bit. Y'all getting ready for summer? What y'all got going on? I well let me say this because everybody pregnant but us, okay? Everybody's pregnant but us. Everybody. I don't even want to know what's in the air. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to drink whatever's in the water. Like, keep it away. Keep it away. We out here doing things. But congratulations to all the ladies. Y'all seen Lotto out here with her man, her man, her man. So, girl, congratulations to her. Oh, Suki on it too. Everybody they've been busy. Like, I love that for them though. I love that. Be busy because I'm not. I'm not busy at all. So get some for me. Nah, but yes, y'all just been chilling and working both jobs and stuff like that. Let me see. Have y'all listened to the last episode? If not, go back after this one. Go back, listen, and yeah, y'all know what it is. Do that, do that. Nothing too much been changing. It's just been the usual. But today we're gonna get into some new stuff. I got a special guest for y'all, so I'm really excited about that. So let's get into it. Today's guest is my girl, Tiffany Black. She's a Los Angeles based production specialist who's worked across live music, touring, stage production, and film and TV. She's been behind the scenes with artists like Omarion, Gunna, and Ty Dolla $ign, and she plays a key role in concerts, festivals, and tours that only people can really experience from the audience. But beyond the titles, the credits, and the room she's been in, I want to get into the story behind all of that because what does it really take to build a life like this? And who do you have to become along the way? So, y'all, welcome to Too Authentic, my girl, Tiffany. What's up, girl? What's up? You look
Hi.
good.
Thank you. You do
You're
too. This
welcome.
is
Thank
like a
you.
a moment we're having right
I
here.
know, because, girl, I was thinking the other day, I was like, damn, she really know me like half my life. Like,
You were
literally.
a child. You were a child.
Yes, a
Almost.
whole baby before babies.
hmm
Like, that's crazy.
hmm
That's crazy, though. How's your day been?
Like it is every day, Pinky, trying to take over the world.
I'm glad you made it. Like, no, for real.
Yes.
'Cause, girl, the schedules.
It's
You be
hard for me.
working. You be working.
It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's funny because I was, someone that I'm talking to or whatever, um, you know, explaining the totality and taking advantage of opportunities and stuff like that. Scheduling can be, a
Uh,
conflict. Like when you make
right.
plans and then you have to renege on plans, and it sucks, but it's the industry that I'm in. But like I said, I'm working every single day to get to a point where I can just be stationary and planted and not have to be bouncing around in so many different, avenues and lanes. And I could just really just focus on one center lane, but not even just focusing on one lane, but just structuring my life a little bit better to where I don't have to be moving around so much. So, yeah.
Right. Just a little bit of balance. Ain't nothing wrong
Mm,
with that.
balance is heavy on balance. Heavy, heavy, heavy.
Lord have mercy. Well, girl. Okay. So, who is Tiffany?
Who is Tiffany? Who am I? Tiffany is a thriving and budding production specialist slash entrepreneur. I'm into a lot of creative things, everything creative, all things creative, from content creation to graphic design to, just cultivating ideas and things like that, working collaboratively with different entities across the board. And then Tiffany is, Miss Pop her shit. Like, it was a point in my life where I didn't have the confidence to really, you know, pop my shit.
Mhm.
I would do a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot of things that, you know, would go, thankless. But now I'm in a position now where people are, recognizing my name and giving me my flowers and vice versa, and if you would have asked me that this time, hell, this time even last year, I would have never imagined that. So I'm grateful for everything that I have and every direction that I'm going in. Every opportunity is a blessing. So, I'm a humble queen too though. So, I don't try to oversell or overdo it because, sometimes that could be intimidating to people and it could be a deterrent. A lot of people
Right. It
don't
turned me
like,
off.
yeah, nobody want a cocky person or an arrogant person. And it's a way to pop your shit and not
Hmm.
be an asshole about it. You get me? Like,
Right.
so that's Tiffany.
So, growing up, how did that shape you and define who the woman you are today?
So growing up was it's interesting because I am a product of like the foster care system. I was in foster homes and moving around, and then I was adopted at an early age. Still being removed even in my adoption stages due to some domestic things that took place. But a lot of that led me to be trauma stricken, like in everything I did, like not having that confidence to speak up for myself, not being
Right.
able to um, have a voice, feeling disregarded and rejected, mentally, psychologically, emotionally abused. So it translated into like friendships, relationships, jobs,
Yeah.
things like that. So experiencing that, and it took. So I met this lady. I don't want to say her name just for
That's fine. Hmm.
privacy purposes, but I had met this lady. She was a psychiatrist, and I was actually working in the office with her, but like as a an administrator. But she helped me to unpack a lot of childhood traumas that were resonating into my current life and really helping me to address that so I could heal properly, right? And
Hmm.
I attribute a lot of that to people in my life, mentors, colleagues, even friends who I've encountered who have helped me to heal unknowingly. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Yeah.
applying tools that I've acquired over the years, tools that I've acquired from professional help and things like that. Self care is a huge, huge, huge thing for me.
Yes.
Mental
Yes.
health is so slept on, but it is the leading cause of a lot of our problems. Like
I-
internalizing and not having an outlet. causes you to make bad decisions, causes you to
Mhm.
withstand abuse to whatever capacity and not speak
Yeah,
up for yourself. So I attribute a lot of that to this woman, but also to just my experiences in life and self-awareness, self-reflection, and that's helped me to become a better person today.
that's dope. Everybody, to find a person and to be able to feel like she was a safe space and for her to work with you and work with through that with you, that everybody doesn't have a person like that. So, you got blessed to be able to have someone in that
Mhm.
space during that time in your life.
Yeah, and then I also attribute it to, I'm about to start crying.
It's
Um,
okay.
my mom, who's no longer here, she's not my biological mom, but anybody who knows me knows that that is my mom, and she, despite the upbringing in other households, she always made me feel seen. She always made me feel supported. She poured into me. She would tell me how much she loved me, how beautiful I was, how proud of me she was. And so
Hmm.
hearing that as an adult versus not hearing it at all as a child, or even coming into like my early teenage or adulthood years, and hearing this, religiously from this person, it was like, it was life changing for me. And
She gave you
yeah,
some faith. She gave you some hope.
yeah,
She
yeah.
gave you something to believe in, but not only something, but she taught you how to believe in yourself.
hmm
Because
I
she was
had doubt,
literally pouring into you.
absolutely. I had doubt and, worry, and she reminded me, you are my daughter. She used to tell me all the
Right.
time, you my mama's baby, Tiffy, my Tiffy is what she called me. and
Oh,
and yeah, man, I miss, because sometimes those doubts and those worries come even now, in decision making and things, and I always in the back of my mind think about her and just the words of encouragement and the things that she poured into me, and I have to remind myself, you are Marie Wakefield's daughter. you you are Marie Wakefield's child.
right.
You better suck that shit.
You better
And,
remember who you are and whose you are.
yeah,
You
that
know what I'm
part.
saying?
That
So, I
part.
mean, did your faith and, spirituality play a role into that too?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I was growing up, religion was always a thing, but I didn't really fully get into a real relationship with God until
Mhm.
I became an adult, because
Yeah.
I understood it. Like back then, and I'm not, no shade to anybody, but
Hmm.
it's force fed on us.
It's
You
forced on us. Yes. I just
yes.
told somebody that. I was like, we don't really know God until we go through some shit in our own personal life. Cause you could have me in church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Sunday at the ages of a child, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna hit me until I really go through some shit and I really gotta fall on my knees and call him. I was just
Absolutely.
telling somebody that. And your faith is really tested.
Yes.
Because
Yes. And honestly, to be honest, like, I'm grateful and thankful that I have not been able to, that I haven't had to punch a clock in the last, I would say 3 years strong. And
girl, that's a blessing.
now I've had little odd jobs here and there just to kind of like coast through, those ups and down
Right.
seasons. But as far as like being a full blown entrepreneur and all income earning through my hard work and outreach and just networking and stuff, it's been about 3 years now, and I'm that is a leap of faith every day you wake up, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Definitely.
I am definitely faith and my relationship with God and my prayer life are essential, and I want
Yes.
anybody around me to have that same core focus
Yeah,
when it comes to how they approach life and things like that. Is having a sense of reality, but also knowing that faith without works is dead. You know,
it's
you can
dead.
you
Yes.
can pray all you want to, ask
All you
God to do this, that, and the third, but if you're not out there hustling, if you're not reaching out to people, if you're not putting the work in, it don't matter.
what are
And
you doing?
nothing's gonna happen. If
Nothing's gonna happen. You gotta do the
opportunity
work.
opportunity is not just gonna fall out the air, but say, you know what?
No.
Bless her today because she prayed to me
Just cause
last night. So yeah, like
really, and see, the problem with that too is everybody's seeing what's going on the internet. Everything looks
hmm
instant. Everything looks like it's just happening to somebody overnight. When really people don't even understand what you've had to go through just to get to where you are. They don't even
many
know the nights that you've really struggled. Been broke, went hungry, crying with two babies in the car, trying to figure out line, like people really don't know. And that was one thing I had to learn for myself was like, stop looking at other people.
Yeah, your success is not measured by someone else's. Like you have to
No,
literally identify areas within your own individual lives and focus on those things and pour as much energy into that than other people's business, and your life will go way smoother. Like one thing I will say is, again, going back to being prideful and humble and having that sense of humility, I personally could be negative 3 cents in the bank or 1.75 million in the bank, but you would never know it either
never know
way.
it.
You would never
Hmm.
know it either way. And it's because I carry myself with my head held high, because I know that if you like give in to the negative thinking and the negative thoughts and stuff like that,
Hmm.
you become that. You
You
become
become it.
that.
Yes, it
And
takes over you.
it's depressing. It's
Very.
like a black cloud hovering over. You remember what is it? The Charlie Brown. It was like the little
Oh
kid that
yeah,
had the
yeah.
little. It was like a little black cloud
Just
just following him
following, just
everywhere.
following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to be a light and a joy even in those darkest hours, because
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to be like, oh shit, here comes Tiffany, man. She coming
Right.
with that
Look at
negative
her.
energy, or
Hmm.
and you might end up blocking your blessing. So I'm just like,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna wear. It's been times where I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna eat today, or I don't know where how I'm gonna pay my rent and this, that, and the third. And it was because of my relationship building. It was because of my spirit and just how, I maintain certain relationships with people, that they're willing to work with me, or they willing to do this, or they'll show love and don't even know they're showing love. So
Showing love, right. Just
yeah,
blessed
so
you off the rip.
man, yep. So that is a huge part of my life.
Yes, yes. So, the woman you are today, how did you step into this version of yourself? What was the defining moment that everything was shifted for you?
It shifted about honestly when my mom passed. That was when the first shift happened. The first shift happened because me realizing that my most absolute prized possession and favorite person in the world was no longer here.
Mm.
I'm holding on to relationships, jobs, people, things that bring me what's the word I'm looking for?
You trying to fill
My
a void.
Not even that. It's my peace was interrupted, right?
Hmm.
I'm literally fighting with emotional struggles every single day of grief and sorrow and sadness. And here you are bringing your whatever it is you're unpacking onto
Yeah,
me. I have to walk away from whatever doesn't serve me, or whatever's going to
absolutely.
pull me deeper into that space. I'm battling with stuff on my own mentally. So I need to
Hmm.
figure out how to alleviate the noise that's happening around me so that I can be a better person, or a more a functioning member of society, right? So
Right.
that was
Hmm.
that was that shift. But the professional shift happened in 2014. It was November, December. We were 2014, 2024. I'm sorry, 2024. I was working for Omarion as his social media and marketing manager at the time, and we were ending, the year, or the fourth quarter, and they were doing some restructuring corporate wise, organizationally,
Mhm.
and so I was, at that time, I was on a retainer. I was, being paid a stipend every month to, facilitate these
Right.
tasks and duties. And he had started a show, Wild Rose, on the All
Mhm.
Black Network, airing every Thursday, new episodes every
Right.
Thursday. No, but I had went on because they were looking for production interns, right?
Mhm.
And I was overseeing the street team. I was had a team of over 40 to 50 people, regionally and nationally or whatever. And I was like, well, let me tap into the LA team and see who would be interested. Um,
Mhm.
Schedules just couldn't align. Of course, obviously, me being, paid by them and working for them on a, I would say, semi full time basis, my schedule was free. So
Right.
I was like, I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you need somebody, I'll just do it. So I actually end up going on set as an intern, and the when I say the amount of knowledge I received and experience I received in just that short 2 months. Well, it wasn't 2 months. It was like a month fully, like shooting days, but it spanned across 2 months. But I learned so much, and it became a thing where I was invested. I'm asking questions. I'm bouncing for
Mhm.
each department, learning everything, all the ins and outs, the
Just
the
sucking it all up.
terminology, sucking it all in. And that's what internships are for. It's intended for
Right.
you to go in and get the knowledge,
The
you know,
knowledge. Yeah.
and help to identify exactly what area you're looking to, develop further in. And I gravitated naturally to the assistant director department, the AD team. A gentleman by the name of E Class was the first AD, and he had his second AD and key, set people, production assistants, and things like that. Naturally took on this synergy that allowed us to work cohesively in this space, and to the point where they recognize, yo, she's good.
Mhm.
It comes naturally, right? To then translating into other opportunities, to where my phone's ringing like, hey, you available to work this? You available
Look
to
at
do
that.
this? You available to do that? And I had to sit down with the showrunner. His name is Deji LeRae. He is the executive producer for Wild Rose. He said, your biggest task in this space is to identify exactly where you want to land and what area of this industry you really want to develop further, and then pour everything you have into it. And so I had found myself applying for programs and, doing research, watching videos, reading books, and things like that to help me to sharpen my skill sets to make me more of an asset and valuable in these spaces. And relationship building, relationship
Yeah.
management, is the biggest thing. People think your network is determined by, your skills, but it's actually determined by who you know and
Who
what
you
you know,
know.
and
Yeah.
so, you could be the most talented person, but if it doesn't translate in the work that you're doing,
That
it's
you're
not
doing.
gonna it's
Mhm.
not gonna produce any opportunities. And a closed mouth don't get fed. I would reach out
Right.
to people like, hey, perfect example. I'll give you one. Robert Blair, RB. He's a now award-winning music video first AD. He won first AD of the year. He
Yeah.
um, he is a very known and working assistant director. E Class is someone who calls me consistently, but he's just one assistant director, right? There's a world of assistant directors. Assistant directors employ second ADs. They employ PAs, and a lot of them go based on who you know. So they'll reach out and be like, "Hey, you know any da 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 da," and it'll be like one of those type of situations. Well, Robert Blair kept popping up in my algorithm, and I'm like, "Oh, let me go look, let me go check him out." I'm looking at his work. I'm like, "Oh, he doing some stuff. He literally working like almost every other day, if it seems." I sent him a DM. I shot my professional shot. Swoosh, swoosh.
Right.
And it's funny because the first initial outreach, I didn't get a response right away. It like literally took like a month for him to respond. And when he responded with, "Hey, send over your resume or whatever." Or
Yes.
and so I sent like a text detailed, message with all of the things that I did and what my position and my roles was with that. And then that next message was an opportunity. And he's called me two or three times since. And I
That's
actually
dope.
am going to be working with him again this month, in April. So your network is determining of your net worth in a sense. You
Right.
know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
relationships. Even as an entrepreneur, if you're like, let's say you're a clothing designer, or you're crafting body oils or whatever the case may be, and you need supported resources that allow you to push your product forward. You know what I mean? It's knowing the right vendors, knowing the right outlets. Like,
Yes.
and a
All
lot of
that.
that is generated through relationship building. So
Relationships and doing your research. Absolutely.
absolutely. Absolutely. So
Mhm. That's dope. So once the shift happened and you're transitioned into this, what was the one thing you had to unlearn with this new version of yourself?
not to take anything personal. Don't take
Mhm.
anything personal, because in certain situations, in certain atmospheres, there are a lot of high pressured moments for everybody, right?
Mhm.
Deadlines. We got to get through this shot list, or we have to stick
Right.
to the schedule. We got to be out by a certain time. There, we're losing light. Like, there are all these different variables that could potentially put people in positions of leadership to, you know, overreact or get hyped or be, overly aggressive. And I had to like unlearn that it's not you, Tiff. Like, chill out. Like, she dealing with a lot. And not saying that it's okay. Not saying that it's
Right.
okay, but just saying that don't wear it. Don't take it home with you. Don't put it on your shoulders and wear it on your back, because you could take on something and a person might be snappy today, and then 2 months later you holding this grudge against this person and they don't even remember the incident.
You remember?
So
Uh-huh.
you have to really remove yourself from the situation and think in terms of environment. There's environmental factors that play a part in a lot of things. But like, one thing I needed to unlearn was just basically not taking everything personal, and setting professional boundaries, still
Yeah.
standing firm and true and to your core values, and demanding respect, because at the end of the day everybody deserves respect, but
Hmm.
not demanding so much to where it becomes problematic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thinking you bigger than the program and all that other stuff.
Nobody's bigger than the program. I tell
No,
everybody, I tell everybody that all the time, bro. Nobody's bigger than the
nobody.
program.
Mm-mm.
Nobody. I just did
Mm-mm.
a project. We just wrapped up on Sunday. It was a 4-day shoot. It was a independent short film, and where the whole nobody's bigger than the program aspect came into play, it was not a lot of crew, so people were wearing literally multiple hats.
Multiple
So
hats.
while I came on as a second AD, and in typical fashion, the PAs would do certain tasks, I was performing those tasks, because the first AD's on set, running the set, making sure we're sticking to the schedule and things like that, working closely with the director, working closely with the camera, the director of camera, DP. So those things are his focus, right? My
Right.
focus is making sure the talent gets there, going through hair, makeup, making sure that they're ready when we need them on set. On top of that, making sure the lunch gets ordered. We got crafty out. If we need to move some furniture or move some pieces. I got to help out the art department at this point. So it was
Right.
really a all hands on deck type of situation. And I realized like nobody is bigger than this program here. Like if you're in this world, you have to be flexible. You
The
have to
team
be.
player.
Mhm. That's what also keeps you employed. Just saying.
Right. Because people want to know how you work with other people. Nobody wants to work with the grouchy person, the lazy
Yeah.
person, the person that's not dependable, the inconsistent person. Like that matters, especially in these types of fields for sure.
Facts. Facts. So yeah,
Time management, all that.
I have always prided myself on being a good light to whatever situation I'm in, and I've been blessed to make so many connections with people to where I leave a measurable impact on them,
Impact
and
on them. Yeah.
it keeps me working.
Right. And that's good because that's why your names keep showing up in rooms that you don't even know yet. So that's
Facts,
a blessing.
big facts. Yeah.
So with you working behind the scenes and you assisting here and assisting there, you still have to show up even on the days that you're struggling behind your own scenes. How do you manage that and balance that? What do you do with that?
So I tapped on it a little earlier in the conversation about self care and decompressing and making sure that I take time away from myself. I don't um, get too heavily engulfed in my personal problems while I'm at work because it translates in your work
To your
performance. And
work. Mhm.
I don't want to be in a situation where, yes, these things are happening in my mind, but I'll deal with it when I get off because nothing's going to change in this moment. I can deal
Mhm.
with it or manage it once I'm off. And however I take that on is just case by case. So I'll give you a situation or an example actually. Um, I always find a way to talk about her because she's my heart. So
Mhm.
when my mom had passed, shortly after that, I was tasked with planning a listening party for Omarion, a silent listening party. So I had to get calls and reach out to people and do this and do that, manage lists, talk to vendors, deal with vendors, inventory, all this, that, and the third. And in the back of my mind, the whole time, I'm just like, man, my mama gone. My mama gone. Man, my mama gone, but you couldn't see it in my face. I didn't
Right.
tell, I didn't, I felt every bit of it, but I
That had
didn't.
to take a lot out of you though to do that during
What?
that time. Like
The first year of me processing her passing was me being at home. I was working remotely and managing and doing all this stuff with social media and all of that. Me being out on these sets has been a reliever of a lot of
mhm.
that grief because we're
Reality. You got to
working.
tap out.
Get outside, go touch some grass, go smell some air, go taste the sky. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when you sit in your pity and your grief and your misery and this, that, and the third, you're just slowly deteriorating. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you're withering, and that right there takes a toll on a whole nother conversation. But for me, going outside, being active, engaging with people, and it's
Hmm.
helping me to keep my mind going and
Right.
moving so that when I'm sitting idly, I'm not sitting here thinking about certain things. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Because I don't mind is the devil's playground.
What? He be dancing on that thing. Like, I be like,
Yeah, like
chill.
chill. Like what you doing? Like
Hey,
hold up.
not
You
too much on me. Not
you
too
taking it too far,
much.
bro. You taking it too far.
It's so
Let me
funny
get my
because,
ass up. Let me go get in the
right.
shower.
It's
Let
funny
me
because I seen a meme, right? And it's a dog with a phone, and he got on a little OG hat, right? And
get
it says on hold with heaven, to make sure that you're not on the trials and tribulations package for 2026. I
Lord,
was
cause
like,
he know. Lord knows, I really said, look, Lord, not this year, please.
Trials
I
and
said,
tribulations.
Lord, please, can I just get a little, just a little, just back up, just chill,
Right,
just mind
right.
your business.
They say, what they say, the Lord gives his strongest, he gives his
Yeah,
hardest situation with strong. I'm not one of
I
them,
don't want to
Lord.
be that this year. I don't want to be your strongest soldier. I
I
don't.
know.
I'm no longer a no limit soldier, Lord. Like, please sit me down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's funny.
Lord Jesus. Nah, but yeah, cause whew, there been days where you literally,
Mm-hmm.
I know me personally, I've had to crawl out of bed like, girl,
Uh-huh. Facts. Facts.
get it together.
Yeah.
This is temporary. You know what I'm saying? Get up. You can't sit
Yeah.
in it forever because it starts to show on you.
Yes, absolutely it
It
does.
sucks the life out of you. Your skin
Absolutely.
start looking bad. Your clothes ain't fitting no more.
Right.
It's just your hair, everything. It shows up, and it's like,
And
oof.
it's interesting you say that too, because I had to like remind myself again, like you, Marie Wakefield's daughter, right? And going back into that, it's like when people see me now, it's like, oh, you look good. You look, oh, you have like a brightness to you. You have like this
Mhm.
energy, this like a light, and people see it. And again, them
Literally.
not knowing what's going on in the back of my mind, in the back of my head, and what I'm dealing with, and what I don't make my problems other people's problems. So I try to find ways to release, whether it's through my art. I used to do a lot of painting. I go to the movies. Like I am a movie girl. I have a movie blanket. I
Oh,
I go to the movies, whether I'm by myself or with a group or on a date or whatever. I go to the movies. So
that's right.
that's my
That's your time.
release. My time. And then I have a tradition now, a ritual even, that after I wrap a project, that next day, phones off. Do not disturb. I am not available. Don't text me. Don't call me. I don't want to sit with you, skate with you. None of that. Like
Relaxing.
no disrespect, but respectfully, I am unavailable. And it's because some of the scenes are heavy. Some of the talent can
You gotta
be,
decompress.
you're taking on so much
All those
energy.
energies, you gotta get them off of you. You gotta get yourself
Facts.
back to you.
Facts. Even in
Yeah.
good sets, even on good sets and working with good crews and stuff, even then, you still have to decompress. You still have to decompress.
What
Mm.
pressures have you felt as a woman stepping into these spaces? Because this is probably a mostly male dominated space.
Interesting enough, I've been around a lot of like female heavy crews, like
Okay.
um,
That's
pro-
dope.
from producers to cameras to shout out to Sophie, Donatella. She is a first AC camera. She's an aspiring probably DP at this point, if not already. Scripty continuity department, Felicia Howell, she's dope. Melissa Young, she is a line producer. Maureen Pierre, who is a casting executive. Even
Let's
down
go,
to
ladies.
grips, even down to the grips department, like the people that are getting up
Mhm.
there and creating the rigging and the electric, and it's a male dominated industry, yes, but women are kicking ass too. And so the
Love
pressures of
that.
that is, if I'm being honest, because there's the good side and then there's the bad side, is that working in a position that a person who is considered less than or in a lower position doesn't like taking direction from a woman. So a lot of times, based on my experience and my performance, I get put in positions where I'm providing direction to other people, right? I'm
Mhm.
only following the chain of command and protocol. What's being told to me is trickling its way down. So when it gets to you, understand it's coming from a higher place. So
Right.
that's,
Don't take it from me.
yes. And don't give me attitude. Don't give me kickback. Don't give me drawback. Don't, go and have this
I'm just doing my
combative.
job. I'm just doing my job.
But I also believe in it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I try
How
to
you
make
say
sure
it,
that
yeah.
I'm being very pleasant in my delivery, but still stern and firm because, I still got a job to do. So,
Right, 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 right. What keeps you grounded in this lifestyle?
um, what keeps me grounded? Ooh, that's a good question. What keeps me grounded is understanding, again, no one's bigger than a program, right? You can be
Right.
hired one day and fired the next. You can be cut or brought on one day and cut the next. Like it's just understanding that it's um unpredictable elements of being in this world. You could be told that you're starting a project on one day and then it get pushed for like 2 weeks or a month, and in your mind, again, working as an entrepreneur or as an independent contractor, you're like, wait, this was going to pay for this, or this was going to do, I was going to allocate the money from
Hmm.
this job to do this job. Like, so those are all things
Right.
that keep me grounded and proactive and a forward thinker because you have to be ready for the unexpected.
Mm. What are you most proud of that people don't see?
Um, Me showing up for myself every day, and really
Mm.
applying.
That's real.
Yes, me really getting up and saying you're doing this, like you're really doing it, and the doubt that would have been something that really took over me. Oh no, it's I don't know. It might boot me off. It's telling me I have low storage. Mm,
Oh Lord. Okay. We'll
uh,
hurry.
it keeps popping up, but I'm gonna keep going. Um, as long as it
Okay.
doesn't disconnect me. Am I okay? Can you still hear me?
You're good right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a message up there. It's just saying device storage is running low. Got too much stuff on my phone, girl.
Okay.
Um,
I got like two more
but
questions.
okay, okay. I don't want to rush it, but because this is really good conversation. But yeah, just showing up for myself every day, being, having a can do attitude and not letting stress take me over and overwhelm me or become my world, and really just keeping a peaceful
Mhm.
environment, making sure that the people around me have the same frame of thinking, a spiritual, drive, and everything else is good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. What does being authentic look like for you right now?
Being authentic is being able to admit when you are wrong, being able to take accountability when something is, warranted by you. Um, I think a lot of times we deflect and project when things don't go right instead of just taking on the accountability factor and saying, you know what, I fucked up. Like, I
Mhm.
fucked up. But also having that forward thinking and proactive mindset to say, okay, I fucked up, but here's the solution.
Right. How
Or
can I
I
learn
fucked
from
up,
this?
but let me figure out how I could fix it or how I can
Mhm.
exactly everything is a learning opportunity. Just not staying in it though. Don't stay in it because if you stay in it, then it becomes, repetitive or,
Mhm.
consistent. And you want to be
Right.
known for consistency, but in a good way, not in a bad way. So I
Absolutely.
think with me is just really having accountability, being honest with yourself and others, and being straightforward about what you can and cannot do. Don't over promise and under deliver. So yeah, those would be uh, forms of authenticity to me.
So, what's next for you? What you got coming up?
So like I said, I just wrapped out a project, a short film called The Ending. It's a horror short, really good. The director and writer is Kerry Jones. He's an amazing creator. And I also am working with Manny Haley Productions on some projects. I just wrapped up a movie for him as well, called Loving Venus, which stars Annie. I cannot pronounce her last name to save the life of me, but she was in um what was the movie? She's in a ton of Chris Stokes movies and films, but she was in
Okay.
the movie with Tay Diggs, Till Death Do Us Part. Have you seen that movie with
Oh
Tay
yeah.
Diggs?
Was that with
Yes.
Megan?
So she was the wife. No,
No,
but I
not
know which one you're talking about. And this is terrible because I work in the film industry and I don't know people's names. No, but it was she was into the till death. There was part where she faked her death. She was pregnant. She faked her death to get away from a domestically abusive
that.
husband.
I
He's
never
very
watched it.
controlling. You should check it out. It's on Tubi. She was the main character in that, but she's also the main character in this. And then I'm working on just doing more production shoots, music videos. I want to break into commercials. I have a TV series that I'm going to be working on coming up in April. Outside of that, man, just really just living life and enjoying it, because a lot of times we become workaholics, we forget that we have to enjoy the
Yeah.
fruits of our labor. So
Yeah.
I do plan on taking a trip soon, really getting into a position to really be able to be receiving of love.
Yeah.
I am
You deserve it.
actively pursuing possibilities to be in a relationship at some point, married, of course. But I think that if you don't make yourself available or present despite your working abilities and schedules, you can let your life just pass you by. And I don't want that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Aw, well, I'm so proud of you because I really seen
Mhm.
you go through all the phases of life.
Yeah,
Because girl,
you saw
you
me in
was
the
in
you saw me in
you
the
was in
trenches,
scrubs at
girl.
one point. I said my girl got scrubs on. Which she in Vegas. I said, but you know what?
I lived many. Listen,
She in a she done went got in a fraternity.
I
I
lived
said my
many
girl out
lives.
here.
A sorority girl.
Yes, sorority.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm
So
like, my
it's
girl
funny.
out here and everything. I
No,
said,
no,
look
no.
at her.
So, so here's the thing. It's funny you say that because I just have a natural go getter, hustler's ambition. If it's a bag to get, I'm going to get it.
I ain't
If it's
mad at it.
an
I ain't mad.
opportunity there, I'm going to get it. But the biggest takeaway from that is I'm also someone who, if I do something, I'm doing it to the best of my abilities. I'm
Yeah.
putting in 1,000%. Like, I'm gonna be the best person at that one job that you'll ever meet. Like,
Yeah.
that's the type of energy I bring when it comes to certain things.
Right.
So I have worn many hats. I've been a teacher before. I've been, working in a psychiatry field as a mental health technician and a psychiatry coordinator. I've been in retail. I've worked as a server, like a bartender, like, but the most passionate and fulfilling jobs that I've had have been associated with some level of entertainment or
Mm-hmm.
creativity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, working in the industry, I started off in music and it transcended into other fields, and it's all generally the same thing. So, but yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So tell everybody where they could follow you, where they
Um,
could, tap in with you, all that great stuff.
So I am on Instagram at Miss Tiff Black, MSTIFFBLACK. There you can check out all of the things that I'm working on, some of the productions I've already completed. Just, uh, cool little interesting way to keep up with me. I'm on TikTok as well at Miss Tiff Black, same handle. I'm working currently on getting a website because I definitely want to have something a little bit more professional that I could give a full scope of the services that I provide and essentially, be able to employ others and bring on other people to create
Yes.
opportunities for them. So, yeah, I want to get to that space.
I love that for you. I love
But
that.
thank you so much for
Yes.
everything.
Thank you for
This
letting me hold
this
space
this is
with
great.
you, having this conversation, and just joining me and my besties. So, girl, thank you so much.
Yeah, you see, I'm in the car, girl.
I
That's how
see.
I
You
feel
was
on it.
like, I'm
I
going to do
am. I'm
this
in.
conversation today.
So let me pull over. But I'm always moving. So this was like I knew it needed to happen, and I didn't want to keep putting it off. But I am so grateful for the platform. I'm
I
looking
appreciate
forward
you.
to seeing your platform grow
Thank you.
and just keep up the great work. I can tell you are passionate about it, and you really pour into not just your guests, but your field, and how you share your knowledge and experience, but also letting other people share theirs as well.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's what I hope that everyone gets from this. So, yes, yes.
Yes,
So,
and mission accomplished. Mission
thank you.
accomplished. Trying to pull tears out of me and things.
Girl. No, I
Like I
appreciate
knew
you.
you'd get me all emotional.
But that's the realness and the rawness that is about my platform, because us as women, we go through some real shit. We got some raw emotions up in here. So
Yeah,
it's a safe space. So it's all
yeah.
love. I appreciate you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thank you.
Yes, girl. So we'll talk later.
All right. Have
All
a
right.
good one.
You too.
All
Bye.
righty.
Y'all, I'm just so thankful and grateful for that conversation that I was able to have with Tiffany. Like, woo, that was really, that was a conversation, and I'm so glad that our schedules finally aligned and we were able to just have a conversation. I was able to hold a safe space for her to be her authentic self and tell her story and share her journey. And hopefully, it resonated with you. If it didn't, maybe you know someone who it can pass it along. And y'all know what it is, tap in YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, all of it. Tap in. The newsletter is on Substack. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel and just keep running it up. I'm just so grateful for y'all. Like, for real, y'all really be out here saving me and loving on me and supporting me, and I'm grateful. So y'all stay tuned. There's so much coming up for Two Authentic Podcast. My nails are still janky. Don't be looking, but I'm going to the nail shop this week. Spring break is coming up, so yes, y'all finna see me be outside just a little bit, just thawing off just a tad. Okay. Um, yeah, this was a good conversation. I'm just so make sure y'all tap in. Remember what I said? If you didn't listen to the last episode, go back. You can now go back and listen. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And remember, you are the queen of the castle. You are the shit. Okay? Don't forget it, girl. Don't forget it. I love you. I like you. Remember, always keep it real, keeping it raw. This is Too Authentic, and I'm your host, Ashley Monique.